Breaking. This isn't rumor bait or recycled tweets. This is the kind of update that flips a season's mood in one snap, one tackle, one awkward landing. If you were celebrating the W and missed the look on the sideline, don't worry. I saw it, I felt it, and I'm going to tell you what it really means for Detroit. You know that quiet after a big win? Not the happy quiet, the uneasy one. Coaches talking in low voices. Tablets spinning back to the same clip. Trainers walking a little too fast. That was the vibe. And no, this is not about one missed assignment or a harmless stinger. It's bigger, and it touches how we line up on every single third down. Here's my promise to you. I'm going to walk you through what changed on the field. Why our coverage math just got harder. How the ripple hits nickel dime, even our pass rush angles. And the tough choices we faced this week. Internal reshuffle, practice squad elevation, or outside help. I'll lay out the timeline scenarios, best and worst case, and what the staff can do to keep the ship steady without throwing out the identity we've built. Before we dive, quick love to this community. Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report. If you ride with this team through cold nights and loud Sundays, hit subscribe, drop a like, and tell me where you're watching from. We're building a space for Lions fans who want the truth with heart and detail. Okay, scene set? Think about our defense lately. Deliberate, confident, communicating pre-snap like a band that's been touring for months. Corners squeezing outside leverage, safeties rotating late, linebackers trusting the shell. That's not luck. That's reps and a young corner stepping into the role of tone setter on the boundary. He's been the guy pointing, patting his chest, shifting the cushion by half a yard because he knows what's coming. Now, imagine that chessboard when your boundary alpha comes off. The call is still the call, but the timing changes. Your nickel has to carry inside longer. Your free has to cheat a step earlier. Your edge rusher loses that extra beat he was taking to set the tackle up. Little things. But little things are everything when you're trying to be a January team. We've all felt the secondary getting thinner week by week. You can coach around one absence. 2, you start gluing a plane mid-flight. That's where we are. The staff has been smart, mixing zone match with press bail, leaning on disguise to make quarterbacks hitch. But disguise eats energy. It eats communication. It eats trust. And trust is earned snap after snap by the same dudes. There was a moment, you probably replayed it in your head, where the tackle didn't look catastrophic. No cart, no drama, but watch the body language after. The hand to the shoulder. The way the coach tapped the helmet. The kind of tap that says, "We'll talk inside." That's when I knew we were dealing with more than a temporary tweak. And that's why I'm here now. Because waiting for the official line to hit your phone doesn't get us ready for Sunday. We need to talk reality. Not panic, not denial. Reality, who shifts outside, who slides into the slot. How much help we can give without turning our pass rush into a two-man band. And what the front office should be doing right now with a list of numbers to call. Here's the truth. Straight up, Terrion Arnold suffered a serious shoulder injury. And the expectation inside the building is that he's going to be out for a while. We're not calling it season ending today, but the tone is long-term, not week to week. That's the weight everyone felt after the final whistle. Not just, he'll miss a practice, but we have to rewire a position group that was just finding its voice. Let's talk about why this hits so hard. Terrion wasn't just playing corner. He was organizing traffic. He was winning early in the rep with patient feet, staying square longer, and trusting help instead of panic bailing at the first hint of a vertical. The flags that popped as a rookie, way down. The confidence, way up. He was finally looking like the guy we envisioned when we took him on draft night, competitive, twitchy, and smarter every week. Now comes the pivot. Depth matters. Amik Robertson's energy and ball skills buy you some aggression on the boundary. Rocky Sin gives you a sturdy veteran presence who won't panic when the route converts. Avon has the versatility to live in the slot and still carry up the seam if you spin the safety late. That trio can keep you functional if the plan around them is realistic. Expect a practice squad elevation to plug special team snaps and a few boundary reps. Expect the staff to sprinkle more zone match on money downs to keep eyes on the quarterback and make tackles in front. Scheme-wise, this is where Kelvin Shepherd earns his coffee. You don't solve a corner injury by pretending it didn't happen. You solve it by tightening windows elsewhere. More late rotation to bait the throw. More simulated pressures to force hurried decisions without exposing the back end. A little more help from Brian Branch as a problem solver, buzzing down to erase crossers, robbing digs, giving your outside guys permission to sit on the comeback. What about bringing someone in? I'm all for doing the homework. There are veterans who can give you 25 clean snaps and not blow an assignment. But don't expect a street signing to teach your system to the rest of the room. If we add, it's to raise the floor, not to replace the ceiling. The real jump has to come from within: cleaner technique, better communication, and a rush that makes quarterbacks feel the clock at 2.7 instead of 3.1 timelines. Shoulders are nasty. Best case, you hear, "Let's see in a month," and the door stays cracked. Worst case, we start talking about long-term management and shutdown scenarios. For now, plan like he's not back anytime soon and be pleasantly surprised if that changes. That mindset lets you build continuity instead of living week-to-week chaos. Zoom out though. This team's identity isn't one player. It's strain, layers, and buy-in. If the front four keeps winning contain and compresses the pocket, the coverage can play top-down and rally. If the offense controls tempo, you steal possession and keep the defense out of 70 snap days. Complementary football isn't a soundbite. It's the only way you survive a hit like this. And because I know you're thinking it, yes. The next few opponents will test the outside leverage and spam quick game to make us tackle. That's the tape until we shut it down. So answer it with violence at the catch point and clean tackling. No freebies. Live with a slant completed for 4. Don't let it become 24. Make them stack 10 plays, not 2 explosives. Here's where you come in. What would you do? Roll with the room and crank the rush. Slide Branch outside in spot duty or keep him inside where he's elite. Would you push for an outside vet, or do you trust the staff to develop the answer in-house? Drop your take below. Names, packages, snap counts. I read the comments, and the best ones end up shaping the next video because this channel is built with you. My personal opinion? It's a gut punch, and it makes me lean aggressive on 2 fronts. Bump the simulated pressure menu and add a reliable vet for insurance. Do I think the season is cooked? Absolutely not. But I do think this is the kind of moment where you buy yourself margins in the room, on the practice field, and maybe with one smart roster move. And yes, until the final medical word lands. This is still speculation framed by how the staff is acting and what we've heard. Tell me what you think below. Lions fans, who steps up? What's the smarter fix? And where do we spend our chips right now? Your voice matters here. This is Lions News Fan Report, and we ride together, no matter how rough the road gets. One team, one city, next man up.